and welcome back to our channel. Today we have something really fun to show you. We just filled up one of our freezers so full with beef, and we're gonna show you all the meat we got.
Whole cow.
A whole cow. And afterward we're gonna tell you why we did it and how it benefits us to buy our meat this way. We are a large family. We have 10 children, 16 down to 7 months. And this is our third time purchasing a cow that way, is that correct?
Yeah.
We did it half a cow once. The times we've bought half a cow, it's lasted us exactly 6 months. And the times we bought a whole cow, it's been exactly a year for us, for our family of 12. So
basically, yeah.
Yeah, so let's go look at it. It's out in the garage. We have 2 large upright freezers because we shop once a month for groceries. So that requires a lot of freezer space, but one of them is dedicated to the cow.
Yeah.
And this is it. It was completely empty until it arrived, and it's all fit in here.
Yeah, but you know what? This cow was small compared to the last one. It was about 25% smaller than the other one.
So our last one was in the 900 pounds, almost 1,000 pounds. And this one was just over 700?
750 around.
Oh, 750, okay.
Yeah, so I have different kinds of steak over here. Like I have my T-bones on that side. I have my ribeye on this side. And then I have my filet over here, you know. I think a bunch of sirloin, ribeye and sirloin on this side. This is like a really good quality steak. And then I have whatever could not fit over here. I still have some ribeye over here and all that. Obviously this is all ground beef, and we had it packaged a little different. Last time we had it all in 2-pound packages. This time we got some in 1 and some in 2. 2 and 1. So that, because a lot of times for dinner we like to do 3 pounds of meat, and I think we went through the ground beef a little faster because we would end up doing 4 pounds. So this will allow us to stretch things out a little more if we want to. If you like good quality steak, I mean, this in itself makes it so much worth it. Yeah. You can price like a real high quality beef steak in a grocery store. I mean, that piece will be 30 bucks. I just priced the other day at Costco. So this is all steaks and ribs? So yeah, I have ribs over here. These are round steaks, not cube steaks. And then in here is more. Those are roasts, a lot of roast. And those are all roasts down there. Yep, this is all roast. And then this, and down here I got the brisket. And then I got the brisket. Yeah, roast and brisket. We were able to customize what we wanted. Yeah. And kind of pick out. And how you want it. Yeah, and some of them you pay a little extra for, and some of them you don't. Right. It kind of depends on your. The one thing I tried this time, just to try it out to see, and it's kind of tucked in down there, I tried some kind of hamburger patties to see which we can make with our ground beef, but I tried this time just for trial. The place where they process it, they offer that as an option this year. It's a little bit more, you paid a little bit more for it, but I wanted to kind of try out. I think I did 20 pounds of it for a trial. We'll see how that turns out. Okay guys, we're gonna show you how it saves us so much money to buy our meat this way. We paid just under $1,900 for this cow that weighed 750 pounds. We paid about $1.75 a pound on the meat, and when you add the processing side, it comes to about $2.50. $2.50 a pound. So it was actually $1.73 or something a pound before it went to processing, and we chose not to process it ourselves. You can pay me to do it. Yeah, so $2.50 a pound total. Right now when we look up Sam's Club and look at the price of ground beef, it is $3.68 a pound. We paid $2.50 a pound for all that meat, including the top sirloin steaks, the roasts, the filet mignon, everything. T-bone steaks and all of it. So it actually is way better financially for us to do it that way, to buy our beef that way. And then the ground beef, it's ground beef from the same cow. It's not like when you go to a store, that meat is processed in a plant. It's mixed up with so many different cows. So here's just one. Yeah, so they say it's actually healthier to just get it from the farmer. This was not a grass-fed cow. This was mostly grain-fed, I believe, maybe some grass-fed. And yeah, but all from one cow, and we know the farmer, we met the farmer. So it's nice to just know that you're not getting a mix of meat from this cow and this cow and this cow. When you're eating, you're just
getting exactly what you paid for. And actually it would be a little less, but we paid a little more for the brisket and the hamburger patties at least. So that would have even brought it down a little bit, not a lot, but. Can you talk about how the steaks taste?
Oh, they're amazing.
Destiny is talking here, don't mind her. She's
she
singing, actually.
She's enjoying her cheese, yeah. Well, actually, one of the funniest things is that I would go sometimes to dinner or something on a meeting, and you'll eat good steak at a good restaurant. I have found that sometimes, many times, I like the steak I have at home better than some that I eat even at a fancy restaurant. So yeah. So we do end up eating more beef than when we don't have it, because we're not buying those steaks for our kids, you know, and we're rationing out how much beef we eat a lot more when we don't have that cow in our freezer. Right. So they can eat the steak at home. Yes. Yeah. So. Because we're not paying steak for 10 kids at a restaurant. Yeah, or even from the grocery store. Even so yes, that's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have really liked it. As long as we're able to, we will keep buying beef that way. We did have a scare though, right before the end of this last one. Did you already tell them that? About our freezer? Mm-hmm, our freezer you did. Stopped working for a minute, but we have made it a routine to check our freezer at night before we go to bed now. Just to make sure, both freezers. So. Everything was saved. Yeah. And we distributed some of the food to, some of the meat to to people we know. A lot of you guys have told us you have generators for your freezers, and that's something we might look into eventually. It's a really good deal, and if you're ever looking into it, now you know. The processing fee was just over $600, I think, but yeah, included with the meat and the processing fee, it came out to $250-ish a pound. For all of that meat, every type of cut. Exactly. So Solo, if you had somebody asking you how to start, where they find a cow like this, what would you tell them? First of all, move to Nebraska. Yes. You know, you've heard of Omaha steak, the best steak in the world. No, I'm kidding. It helps that we live in a farm state, but what I would do is ask around. I would ask around in your community, on your social media, or talk to people. You know, so we live in a farm state, and there are many farmers nearby. The ones we get it from are actually 2 hours away from us, but you could get it closer. But I would ask around. You'd be surprised how many people know where to find in your community. So. Yeah, and we've done it with a pig too as well in the past. Yes, I like to call it a hog. Oh, okay. So what do we call the cow? Because every time I call it a cow, I get a number of comments that are like, it's so funny that you call it a cow, because actually I was told we don't buy cows to eat because they're the females, but actually our last cow was a female. It was a female, but the cow, it depends. And Texans tell me they call it beef. They buy a beef, I think. I think that's what you guys told me in Texas. But so it's interesting. I don't know what you guys call it when you buy a whole cow. I call it a cow, obviously. It depends with what the cow is. The overall word should be cow, and that should be universal, right? I would think. Yeah. This one was not a female cow, so. Yeah, so you have a bull, you have a heifer, you have a cow. So we bought a bull. No, I don't know. You know, I don't even know what we got this time. Oh, you don't? I thought you told me. They just told me beef. Was it when the beef is ready? The last time she came, the farmer came, and she's like, "This is a heifer. This is a big girl," and she kept telling us that it was a female cow. So and it was 900 and some pounds. So yeah, they had already told me. They had already told me that it was a heifer at that time. This time when they wrote me to say, "Hey, we have several ready going to the processing," it was, they said beef. They did not specify, and I did not ask. Yeah, but anyway, we're grateful for it. Yeah, I did try it and it tastes good. Yeah, we tried it once and it's amazing. So I hope that was informative for you guys. We'd love to hear what it's called, where you're from. And we will talk to you again in the next video. Bye. Bye.